Have you ever wondered why students in our classes are not responding to our questions? Do they feel nervous or are there other reasons for lacking of interactions and low students' engagement in our classes? These wonderings are what brought us to investigate speaking anxiety of EFL students in English medium classes. My name is Kusmayanti, along with my colleagues Retno Hendryanti and Litasari Suwarsono. We are from Universitas Telkom, Bandung, Indonesia. Representing my colleagues, I'll present our research findings to you. The practice of ME in Asian countries, including Indonesia, often neglects the necessity of minimum requirements of English proficiency and English preparation programs for home students who enroll in ME classes. Research emphasized that without adequate language preparation, ME students will feel anxious and eventually affects their success in ME classes. Several researchers, including Chow, Kudo et al., and Suzuki, showed that ME students in offline classes in their home countries experience speaking anxiety due to their low English proficiency and other factors, including comprehension apprehension because they have self doubt, fear of negative evaluation, and low self confidence because they are afraid of losing face and making mistakes. With the outbreak of the pandemic COVID-19 in the early 2020, there was a call to examine ME students' speaking anxiety in online classrooms. Researchers including Liu and Yuan, Odoherte et al., Brizan and Andres, and Falizadeh revealed that the majority of ME students in university felt more anxious in online classrooms due to individual differences and preferences, lack of technological knowledge, and technical difficulties. However, other researchers, including Choto and Gavne, Kaisa and Chaudhuri, discovered that the absence of direct communications and appearance in online classes compelled the ME students to feel safe. Since there are few studies investigating English speaking anxiety in online ME classes in different regional contexts, this study aims to fill the gaps related to EFL students' speaking anxieties in ME classes. There are three questions used in this study, covering the levels of student speaking anxiety, the dominant factors contribute to student speaking anxiety, and students prefer strategies to reduce their speaking anxiety. The research participants were 89 Indonesian university students enrolled in English medium undergraduate study programs in a private university in Bandung, West Java, Indonesia. The participants are in the level of intermediate learners of English. This study utilized a modified version of foreign language speaking anxiety scale using a 5-point Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree with a total of 35 items. To validate the instrument, the study employed content and construct validity. Content validity was analyzed by two English teaching experts and a psychologist. To validate the construct and internal consistency reliability, questionnaires were distributed to 30 ME students from 10 study programs. Pearson moment correlation test was used with a validity coefficients of 0.30 and a significant level of 0.05. The internal reliability result was confirmed by Kornberg alpha with a level of 0.7. After the questionnaire was validated, it was distributed to 204 respondents using Google Form application due to ease of use and accessibility. 89 respondents completed the questionnaire. Data analysis was conducted in three phases. In the first phase, to determine the level of English speaking anxiety of EFL students in the ME class, the average score was calculated through descriptive statistics. In the second phase, to discover the provoking factor of the speaking anxiety, the highest mean of each dimension is cross-tabulated with the levels of speaking anxiety. The third phase, to identify the preferred strategies, the frequency and percentage of responses for each item were ranked from the highest to the lowest frequency. First findings, the descriptive statistics show that in general, ME students' anxiety in this study is at a low level. The result of this study contradicted the findings from previous research by Chow, Kudo et al., and Suzuki, in which they revealed that ME students in their home countries experience high levels of English speaking anxiety due to their limited English. However, the findings in this study confirmed the findings of Chote and Gavne and Kaiser and Chaudhuri, who found that ME students felt significantly less anxious in virtual classes because of the absence of direct communications and appearance in class. Therefore, it is important for ME subject lecturers to design bridging activities such as integrating online speaking tasks prior to offline classroom discussions in their subject classes. The second findings disclosed that generally, students in this study perceive the dimension of comprehension apprehension as the highest anxiety provoking factors, followed by fear of negative evaluation and low self confidence. Based on the studies of Kudo et al., Suzuki and Talbot et al., it can be explained that ME students in this study experience concerns about the reactions of their students and their lecturers, and this triggers their anxiety in speaking English. Seeley and Cafes emphasized that external factors, including lack of lecturer support, insensitive personality either from lecturers or classmates, low personal attention to oneself, can trigger speaking anxiety in ME students. In this case, as Kaiser and Chaudhary noted that ME lecturers must be aware they should involve their students in online learning interactions instead of dominating them to increase ME student interaction opportunities and language learning. Thus, as an alternative way to reduce ME students' comprehension apprehension, ME lecturers may prepare lists of key content vocabularies for students to master so that they may participate better in classroom activities. The third findings displayed that the teacher's reaction to students' errors should not be exaggerated is the teaching strategy most chosen by the students in this study. The findings of this study support the result of research by Choi and Mohtazam and Farnia, where EFL students agree that lecturers do not overreact to their mistakes. Talbot et al. Inserted that incorrect lecture behavior can prevent ME students from expressing their ideas competently and make them feel anxious when speaking English. Therefore, it is necessary for ME lecturers to have professional development in the area of content language integrated learning, or CLL, and collaborate with language experts to leverage ME students' academic English language confidence and competence. Some suggestions for future research are recommended. Important variables such as sample size and influence of the anxiety on ME students' language performance need to be addressed. If you are interested in pursuing research in the area of speaking anxiety of EFL students in ME classes in the future, here are several relevant references for you. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you to the committees, fellow presenters, and participants of the 20th Asia TEFL and 68th TEFLIN and the 5th INELTAL 2022 for your attention. We are looking forward to lively discussions in this room.